What's up, Amigos? This is David, and I am very excited about this announcement today. By the way, after this announcement, I gotta open up all this mail because this has been piling up for months. So thank you to everybody who's been sending me stuff. This isn't actually everything. I accidentally misplaced some letters when I was cleaning my room the other day, so I'm gonna do another video really soon to open up the rest of them, but this is a good start. So as a lot of you know, there is a huge Ocarina festival in the small town of Budrio, Italy, every 2 years to celebrate the Ocarina with Ocarinists from around the world, and I'm about to buy my airfare to go to the festival this year. But I figured since I'm traveling halfway across the world for this event, I would love to do some concerts and some meetups while I'm overseas, and I need to know who would be interested in attending anything like that. I would love to visit these countries specifically, or if you are in a country that's around these, and if there's enough interest, I would love to organize an event there. But I have Ocarina friends who watch my videos, and then also who make Ocarinas in each of these countries, including France, where Oliver Gosselink is, who makes some incredible Ocarinas. Of course, Italy, so many Ocarina makers there. Austria, where my friend Hans Rotter is, who has a museum, and I'd love to check that out. And then Germany as well, I have lots of Ocarina friends. And then in England, we have David and Crystal Liggins, who are huge Ocarina enthusiasts. They wrote this book, and they also have a school, and then they help organize Ocarina programs throughout the UK for education purposes, and I would love to visit with them as well. So if you are in any of these countries or around Europe, please leave a comment down below to let me know if you'd like to attend a concert or a meetup. And if you're not in Europe, but you're really curious about all this, I would love your support as well. You can join us over on Patreon, check out all the amazing rewards I have there, and also contribute, because that's how I'm able to do this for a living. So thank you to everybody for your interest, and let's have a conversation in the comments down below. I really need to hash this out as quickly as possible. And of course, I want to capture all of my travels on film so that I can post it on YouTube and give everyone around the world a little more insight into the Ocarina's popularity throughout Europe. So thank you guys, and let's open up some mail. First, we have a letter from Michael and Clara out of Plainfield, Indiana. And they are actually patrons. They've been for a couple months now. So thank you guys for your support and for sending your letter. And it says, "Dear David, my name is Michael. I'm 30 years old, and I'm trying to encourage a love of music in my children. I may have started too early, as they're 2.5 years and a 7-month-old. My 2-year-old loved this year's Vacation Bible School, which this card is left over from, especially the music. I'm trying to learn these songs so she can dance and sing along to them." That's so sweet. "I saw STL Ocarina has a curriculum to go with their plastic ocarinas and was considering getting my 2-year-old her first ocarina from there. I was going to get her the pendant and myself the transverse, both in plastic. Have you looked over their books or played their plastic ocarinas? Thank you so much for all your amazing content. I've owned a 5-hole soprano songbird pendant for years, and your videos inspire me to pick it up and try to learn something new. God bless, Michael Thibodeau." I know I'm mispronouncing your last name again, but Michael, I have checked out their curriculum. It's pretty good. I think they just released a new 6-hole book as well. But they also have a regular pendant book, which I believe is their Volume 3 Art of Ocarina book, and that's pretty good as well, though it might be a little too advanced for a 2.5-year-old. I think it's probably good around kindergarten age, so 6 or 7. I can't think of a curriculum that's good for a toddler, but I think what my parents did for me that really helped to instill that passion for music was they just played a lot of music around me, and they allowed me to express myself musically. So they got me a little keyboard, and I could pick out little tunes whenever I wanted to. They also bought me a pair of drumsticks, which I don't recommend for all parents because I beat everything that was in my path. But that's so awesome that you're supporting her with music from such a young age. I definitely love that, and thank you again for your support, and hope my videos are helping to inspire her as well. So thanks for the letter. Next, I have a letter from Josiah out of Lexington, South Carolina. And it says, "Dear David, my name is Josiah. I'm a 12-year-old boy, and I've been watching your videos for several weeks now. And I'm already trying to convince my mom to buy me an ocarina. I love Legend of Zelda. I included a drawing that I did. Would you please hang up my drawing? I would love that. Can you make some Harry Potter ocarina tutorials? That would be nice. Will you answer some questions for me?" Sure. 1. Do you like Pokemon? I do like Pokemon. Actually, you can't really see it, but there's some Pokemon right here. These are probably my favorites, actually. Geodude, Jolteon, and Raichu. Apple or Windows? This is a MacBook Pro back here that I got last year, thank God, because my old computer was dying. Disney or Pixar? Technically I think they're together now, but if you separate the films that each studio makes, I'd probably lean towards... that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Disney. What's your favorite Disney princess? I think my favorite princess is Belle. I love how kind-hearted she is, how intelligent she is, her willingness to sacrifice herself for her father. I thought that was very noble. What's your favorite song to play on the ocarina? That's a really tough one, but I get that one asked a lot. I think my favorite is either Between Lost Woods because of the reactions it gets from people, or the Wind Waker theme. That one's really cool. Well, I love your videos, and they have inspired me to try something new. I feel that every instrument I've tried, and I hope the ocarina will change everything. Best of luck, Josiah. Thank you, Josiah, and you also included that artwork you mentioned, which I will show off here. Very nice. Next up is a letter from Molly out of Breeze, Illinois. And it says, Dear Mr. Ramos, as a fan of your ocarina compositions and performances, I admire your wonderful talent and music pieces. I'm a beginner myself at ocarina, and I learned plenty of techniques from your helpful tutorials. Your videos are likely the main reason why I started to take on a new instrument under my wing to play in the first place. That's very kind, thank you. Perhaps it's just me, but the ocarina has a pure sound compared to other wind instruments, especially double and triple chambered ones. I think you're very right. I'd just like to thank you quickly for being such an inspiration to the musical world of ocarinas in a modern day and time where it's easily forgotten. The world may need a little more different type of instruments to come through in this time. I'll continue to play the ocarina for a long while for good measure. Just out of curiosity, do you prefer multiple chamber ocarinas over single chambers? I'd like to ask since I'm pondering to transition from a 12-hole classic to a triple chamber. I have some experience with clarinet, so I hope it might be a little easy. Sincerely, Molly. Thank you, Molly, for the letter. And to answer your question, it really depends. I like the versatility of a single chamber ocarina because it's not as heavy as doubles and triples are, and so I'm able to play faster passages easier. But when I do require the range of a multi-chamber ocarina, doubles are usually the best because you don't often really need the third chamber of a triple, and it's actually pretty high. So if I had a choice between double and triple, I would definitely choose double, but I will always play single chamber if I don't need the extra range. Thank you so much, Molly. Next up is a letter from ML out of Tucson, Arizona. This has a lot of stuff in it. And it says, Hi David, enclosed is stuff. The music adventure was typed on a broken down typewriter quite some years ago. I'm not sure where the page with the scales came from. My question is how to convert the numbers into fingerings for a 6-hole ocarina. Thanks and Merry Christmas, Michael. This is from Christmas. He sent this ballad, which I might need to read another time, just for the sake of time in this video, but let me look at this chart. So this is a scale chart. I think just in general, there's some numbers here and then spaces down here with the different types of scales. The way that these numbers work is that they are different intervals. I believe these are whole steps and half steps. So the 2s are whole and the 1s are half. So like a major scale, for example, is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Same down here. A harmonic minor is whole, half, whole, whole, half. 3 half steps and then 1. So they're half steps. I'm probably going to make a video about this actually and just show the different types of scales. So thank you for this, and I'm going to read this and I might write you back about that as well. Thank you for including this. It's very cool. This letter is from Sammy out of West Liberty, Ohio. And Sammy actually sent me a letter for my last mailbag, so this is a follow-up. Dear Dr. S4, do you remember my first letter that I wrote to you? My friend Mason really liked Pokemon, and I do too. I recently bought a Game Boy Color at the flea market in Urbana, Ohio. What is your favorite Pokemon game? Ooh. Good question. My favorite is probably the very first one, Red and Blue, because I spent so much time on that game in my youth, and Silver and Gold are probably a close second because it was really cool just to see how much it progressed from the very first generation. So Red and Blue, I think. More questions. What is your favorite legendary Pokemon? Probably Zapdos. I really love electric Pokemon. Have you ever been to Ohio? Here are some pictures. And he drew a couple Pokemon down here. I might have passed through Ohio a couple years ago, 2014, when I went on a concert tour, but I haven't been recently, so I should probably go back again soon, and I'll have more info about that later, because I'm actually going to plan to do a concert tour later in the early summer, and then also in the fall, so more info about that soon. Thank you, Sammy. Okay, time to get to some packages. So these next package and letter are from my friend Leanne out of Queensland, Australia, and she's been a long-time friend and supporter. She sent me this a while back, and I'm sorry I haven't opened it yet, so let me see what you sent. Ooh. sent me, she kind of told me she sent me these, but Tim Tams. So I got some of these a while back from another friend in Australia at the time, which I think was David S., who actually sent me another package that I'm going to open up. But these are amazing. We actually have these in the US, but they're really hard to find, and they're popular in Australia, so thank you so much. And there's something else in here. A Caramello Koala. Caramel chocolate from Cadbury, which I've actually never seen before. Cute! And the card says, Dear David, wishing you and your family a happy Christmas and a 2017 full of fun adventures, music, peace, love, joy, and God's richest blessings. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your talents and self with the world. So appreciate what you do. Yours in snowless solidarity, Leanne. There's a possum. Thank you so much. I've been really wanting to open these up and eat them, so I'm going to do that now. This letter I actually got recently. This is one of the coolest letters I've ever received. It looks like a handmade envelope. I like the wax stamp down here too. That's pretty cool. This is from France, by the way. This is a very cool watercolor painting too. And it says, Dear David, hello. I'm Stephanos from Paris, France. I'm 17 years old. I want to thank you for all the videos you make. They make me get interested in music, with also the anime Shingatsu wa Kimi no Uso. You Lie in April. Your Lie in April. I just did that video. And also Non Non Biori. By the way, I really hope that you'll make one day more anime openings / endings covers. What about Animedley #2? I really need to do that. Also, it would be super cool if one day, if you ever go to Europe, you could pass by and play at Japan Expo near Paris. But well, it's a big thing to travel to Europe, but who knows if you ever come passing by. Do you have any tips to make the sound of an ocarina less powerful? Apparently, it's very painful for my roommates and family when I practice or play. LOL. Hope to be able to meet you one day. Stephanos. With love from Paris. This is a very cool letter as well. I love your handwriting too, it's so beautiful. So yes, I'm hoping to visit Paris, as I mentioned at the top of the video. And if there's anyone else from Paris, please leave a comment down below to let me know if you'd be interested in attending a meetup or concert, as I mentioned. And yes, there's actually 2 things you could do to make an ocarina a little more quiet, a little less powerful. It kind of depends on the ocarina that you're using. So first of all, what you could do, you may not play in tune, but it won't be very loud, but what you could do is you could take a small piece of tape and put it over the labium, or the sound hole here, the window. And when you do that, it's going to muffle the tone, which is not going to be as clear, but it will be quieter. The second thing you could do is actually order a very special accessory that you attach to your ocarina, and it mutes the sound so much without losing the pitch, which my friend Milt actually sent me one I'm going to open up in a second. Aside from that, unfortunately, it just comes down to finding a very quiet place to play, maybe in the closet, maybe at a school practice room, or just waiting for everyone to leave the home. I made a video with tips for that, and I'll leave that in the description and also in the eye up here in the corner if you want to check that out. Thank you so much for the letter, Stephanos, and for the drawing. These were very, very beautiful. Thank you. Next up is another letter from my friend David, who is in France. He sent this for my birthday, and he's from the island, the Reunion Islands, which I believe are south of France. So there's something in there, but first he sent me some stickers from the islands. That's cool. He says, hello David, with this card I wish you a great birthday and make you travel half around the world to discover my island. So you have the Indian Ocean, which is this. That's beautiful. The volcano, Piton de la Fournaise, which is that. And a view of Moffat inside the island. Oh, right there. That's really cool. Also, oh, your gift, you will find 3 kinds of sand. Black from the bottom of a dive site here, about 20 meters depth, which is old lava sand with some yellow crystal in it. White from the beach west coast is coral sand, and second red is young lava sand from the volcano you see in the picture. I wish you a great 2017 year, and again, Soyeux anniversaire. Ooh, so he made this Triforce, but with the different sands that he mentioned, from wood. That is super cool. David, thank you for this gift. This is amazing. And I'll probably hang it somewhere around here too. Put it right there. Oh, it says DER in sand. I didn't even realize that. Last up is this package from my friend Milt with that Ocarina mute I mentioned. And it looks like he sent... There's a song here, but I don't know which song it is. I gotta use my Google Translate thing. I love the Google Translate app. it makes translation so crazy easy. It translates to Amazing Grace. Oh, I see it. So you can see that it says Amazing Grace. That's pretty awesome. Instruction book for the Mr. Mute, which you can see he's playing at nighttime. It's dark out and he has the mute pieces there. So there's two. One is for alto C ocarinas and the other is for soprano C, soprano G. Different size mouthpieces for different size ocarinas. And apparently it needs some instructions to understand how it works, but these are the two different mouthpieces for alto C-sized ocarinas. And I might need to make another video to demonstrate how it works exactly, but basically, depending on what kind of mouthpiece you have, this is like a wide angle piece. So this would go on here and it's rubber. And then this is more for round ones if you have a round angle one, but since this is wide, you just attach it like this. This is without the mouthpiece. And this is with it. I know I'm not using this right, but it definitely made it quieter. Milt and Shion, thank you so much for sending this. I will give you guys a call soon to figure out how exactly it works. That's everything for today. Thank you all so much for sending your letters. And if you are from Europe, please leave those comments down below to let me know if you are interested in attending those events. And if you're not from Europe but would love to support what I'm trying to do with the traveling and capturing the ocarina stuff on film, definitely check out my Patreon page. And thank you to everyone who's already part of that community. Your support is really making a huge difference in what I do, so thank you so much. I'm also posting new music videos every Saturday, and I'm going to be starting up my vlog again very soon, which I think will be on Thursdays, so definitely keep an eye out for those, and tutorials are coming back very, very soon as I've finished the method book stuff, which I'll have another update about very soon. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys this weekend. Bye.